Hi all, welcome to my channel Step Campus. So in this video we are going to talk about TCS Wings 1 hands-on platform introduction. Okay, so how to give a hands-on Fresco play and how to appear for this one. Okay, how to interact with their environment to give our hands-on. So we will learn in this video. Okay, so like I am not going to tell you about the code, but yeah, definitely I will going to talk you about the hands-on which I have given and what questions they have asked from me. Okay, so let's see, just go to the next one. So if we have to start, okay, so as we all know, like this hands-on will be present in Fresco play, so you have to go to the hands-on till hands-on, okay, and then you will find their launch button. So you have to click on launch button. So I have given all the steps clearly, but I will read these things and then I will explain if any requirement will be there. Okay, so you have to click on launch button, is a simple thing. Okay, so after clicking on launch button, they then it will take around 2 to 5 minutes to load a VM. Okay, so they are asking a question in a VM format. VM format is like when you launch now, so they will set up some configuration to you and they will provide you one virtual machine. Okay, in that virtual machine, like as our how it will be seen now. So we have desktop documents, we have some this PC and all, so you can find the same interface when you click on launch button. So they will going to give you one virtual machine, okay, in which the same things you will get. Desktop you will get other extra tools required for this hands-on. Okay, in a lame mode if I say, then they will give you, once you open this one, so you will get one system inside your laptop. That's fine. Okay, now so inside that VM there will be one folder on the desktop. Okay, name project. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to open that project first. Okay, once you open the project now, so you can find the problem statement will what we have to do into this hands-on. Okay, with the requirement files. So there are some requirement files which I will talk in later section. Okay, that requirement file will be used for running our test cases. Okay, and along with the base code means like some set of lines they will give to us, and then we have to follow that code, and then we have to write our own code to for this hands-on. Okay, and in the desktop you can get VS code. Okay, they are also providing a IDE, Visual Studio Code. Okay, so what we have to do now, we have to click on project first. We have to get we have to open this problem statement. We will read the problem statement first, like what we have to do in the hands-on. Then we have to open a Visual Studio. Okay, you have to click on Visual Studio in the given virtual machine. Okay, you have to click on VS Studio, and then you have to open a folder. This folder is direct project folder. So once you open the VM machine VS Studio now, so you have to click on file. Okay, it will be present on the left side of VS code panel. Okay, here like where we have written how to start. So in this section left side you will get file. Okay, you have to click you have to click there, and then you have to open a folder. Okay, so you have to open a folder, and then you have to select this project folder, and then you have to click on OK. Okay, and then you have to click on trust some authors pop-up will come. Then you have to select this one, and then this project will be open in VS Studio. Okay, now we will talk about the problem statement. So what problem statement they have asked now? So they have given one drop down. Okay, in that drop down we have three options: petrol, diesel, and kerosene. I don't know like what is the name of this one, but I have written kerosene from my end. I forgot that name. Okay, but yeah, you can see these things. So first option will be drop down. You have to select diesel. Okay, so select diesel from drop down. So you have to select a diesel. I already added a playlist for this tutorial now, selenium. In that one I have taught you like it is in pipeline. Okay, you will get this video in some days. So you will get how to handle a drop down. Okay, so in the drop down you have to select a diesel. Okay, you have to select a diesel from the drop down, and this is a text field. Okay, in the text field you have to give first -13. So when you give minus negative value now, so one and when you click on calculator, this is a button. Okay, this is a drop down, this is a input text field, and this is a button. Okay, so when you click on calculate after giving -13, then one alert will come. So you have to handle that alert also. Okay, so alert handling also I will teach you in later section. So yeah, just watch this one. We have around 1 month. Okay, like 1 month to complete the courses. Yeah, definitely you will complete by that thing. But yeah, for learning we have lots of time, so no problem, we will learn it slowly. Yeah, so the one alert will come, and then we have to accept that alert. Okay, so after accepting the alert, we will get now again this text field will come. Okay, Now we have to give the value 13. Okay, so we can't directly give this 13 value to this one, because we already given minus 13 and then click calculate. So minus 13 is still there. So what we have to do, we have to clear that minus 13 first. Okay, we have to clear that minus 13 part first, and then again we have to give the 13. So how to clear this one also I will teach you. Okay, not an issue. Now, so again, now after giving the positive 13 value, we have to click on calculate. So once you click on calculate now, so you will get this type of table. So this is a dummy table, like I have created from my end. In original like hands-on, if you get, so there are something different one, but for understanding this one I have given this one. Okay, so once you click this one, so you will get this at the end. Okay, so what we have to do now next, so we have to print the diesel value. So diesel and the value is 13, so we have to print this 13 value in the output. Okay, so this is the code, okay, which we have to do. Okay, now how to solve this one? Yeah, so as I told you, like they have given a base code. So in that base code they have given two method. One method is complete, that is open URL, so they are handling from their end. Okay, open URL they will handle from their end. Second one is check price. So this this method will be there, but this method is incomplete. Okay, you have to complete from your end. So the open URL is there, check price is there, but one thing is missing. What is missing? So missing is this one, public static void main. Okay, as we know, when we have started this lecture, okay, not this lecture but introduction lecture, from starting we are learning tutorials of the Selenium, right? So we have learned like everything what we have to write in the main class, right? But here only two method is there, no any main class. So you have to write a main class from your end. Okay, so you have to write this public static void main before these two. Okay, after this also you can write whatever, wherever you want to write, you can write there. Okay, so for like I'm just taking example, like we will write these lines of code above this one, and in this one, okay, public static void main string and RGS, inside this bracket we will call these two functions. Okay, now just like here carefully what we have to do. So this is a static one, this is a static means this will be a static method. So static method we don't require any object to call. Okay, so we will directly call it open URL and then function parenthesis and then semicolon. So open URL will work. Now second thing is check price. As I told you, check price is incomplete, so first you have to complete this check price. Okay, so check price how we will complete? So you have to complete by doing this hands-on. You have to click this drop down, you have to go to text field, give minus 13, click on calculate, pop-up will come, alert will come, accept this alert will come, accept the alert, and then again clear this text field, give the positive 13 value, then click on again calculate button, and then you have to grab this value. These things you have to do from your end. Okay, after doing all the things in this check price, the second method you have to call this also. But remember, this method will come in throw exception. Okay, in throw exception it will be written like public void. Okay, public void and then this name. Okay, this name check price throw exception. So whenever you will get any method with throw exception now, so what you have to do, you have to write this in a try and catch block. Okay, so you have to write like this normal syntax, you have to write like try. Okay, and then you have to like we have already created object, so object will be created based on the class name. So the class name will be is class name will, whatever the class name will be, you have to write in class name. Okay, the class name will be written in the starting line of the code in the hands-on. Okay, so for me it's a Selenium test, I think. Yeah, Selenium test is the class name for me, but yeah, you can check like whatever class name you are getting. Okay, so Selenium test, I am giving object name as D, you can give any name as of your choice. Equals to new is a keyword for creating an object, and then you have to read the class name again. So Selenium D equals to new Selenium and then parenthesis. Okay, so you have to create object and then you have to call this object. So you can't call it directly. Okay, even you have created object, you can't call it. You can call it, but it will give an error, because in the method check price method they have saying like it's a non-static but with an exception one. So if you got any method with an exception thing, so you have to call inside the try and catch block. So you have to write like try, and then you have to give this d dot check price here in the try block. Okay, and catch you have to write like exception e like this way, and you can print any statement if you want to print. Okay, like print error, so print semicolon exception handle, like this way anything you can print. Okay, it's an optional. Yeah, So once you give these things, so now you are able to, okay, handle. Now one more thing, when you run this one, so all the scenario will pass, but you will get some exception error. Okay, some scenario will fail, like all, not all, around 8 scenario will pass, but yeah, you will get some exception error. So how to deal with this exception? Okay, even your line, even if your answer is correct, even then you will get this one, because they have, we have this validate test.java file also. Okay, this one also you have to consider. First one is your normal test java test, and once you when you get this name also, this name test case also, validate test.java, in that test, in this test java na, so you will get 9 asset. It will vary, maybe it will be only 2 asset in your case. Okay, so it will be, for example, I'm just taking, suppose there are 9 assert methods in this one, like assert 1, assert 2, assert 3 till 9. Okay, and when you run this one, you will, suppose you are getting error in 1, 3 and 4 for an example. So what you have to do now, all these assert, no need to do anything, just simple minor change you have to do. Okay, in all these assert, the return type will be either true or false. Okay, either true or false will be the return type of assert. Okay, suppose you are getting error in assert 1, assert 3 and assert 4, it means if it is a true there, if it is a true there, then you have to change it false. Okay, it's 3, like suppose for example it's a 3, it is given true, then you have to make it false. Suppose in assert 4 it is given false, then you have to make it true. You have to just change the return type, and then you have to run the test case again, so you will handle this exception as well. Okay, now how to run and submit the code. Okay, so yeah, these things also you have to see very clearly. So what you have to do, so like suppose you have written all the code. Okay, all the code you have written, now you have successfully handled the exception as well. Okay, now you have to run your code. Okay, meanwhile also you have to run, right? If you write single line of step also, then you will see like you have written right or not. Okay, so for this one, what you have to do, you have to go to the terminal. So in the VS Studio, you will get terminal in the menu bar. Okay, in the top of the menu bar. Okay, so you have to select the terminal, and once you click the terminal, then you will find open new terminal or some message like this. Then you have to click on new terminal. Okay, so now you have to check the directory. So new terminal will show you there. Now you have to check the directory. So see, I have created one dummy directory here. You have to follow this thing. See, this is a project name. Project name is project. Okay, inside this project you will find kickoff. Okay, kickoff. Inside the kickoff you will find two files: test java, validate.java, test.java and validate.java. So these two files is there. First file test.java, in which you have to write the code. Okay, what we have in the problem statement, and validate.java you have to handle the exception what we have learned in the previous section now. Okay, now if you see these two files inside the kickoffs. Okay, but these two are inside the project. Okay, for example I'm just taking, okay, this inside the kickoffs and this inside the project. Okay, because I am just written like outside. Okay, so now what you have to do, so for running the test cases, so if you are in the directory, then you can directly run. Okay, suppose your directory is project, then slash, then you are in project, then you can run directly run.sh and test.sh. If you are not in this directory, so you have to come to project, and then you have to come to kickoffs, and then you have to run it. Okay, so you will use cd command. Okay, so you have to come to directory first, and then you have to click on submit. I will show you this real time example as well. Wait. Okay, so what you have to do now, like I am just showing you a dummy terminal. See, so for me terminal, suppose one test cases is there, like the run test case, and other things are present in documents folder. Okay, but I am not in documents as of now. See, you are seeing I am not in documents as of now, but for an example I am just checking. Okay, I am just taking the my test case will run in the document folder. So what I will do, I will go to document file. So what we have to do, we have to write like cd space, and then I have to write documents, enter. So you can see here, before it was C user Mithul. Okay, now it is a C user Mithul documents. Okay, so you can see now I have come in documents folder. Now I can run my test case. So for running test case, I have already mentioned you, we have to write sh run.sh. okay, so we have to write sh run.sh, but this command won't work here, okay, because it is a dummy one. You have to run this command in your actual virtual machine what the TCS has provided you, going to provide you, okay. So this you have to write, okay. So I hope you understand how to run, okay. So you have to come to the directory first, okay, with the use of the cd slash and the directory name, okay, and then you have to run the code here, okay. So yeah, in this video that's all guys. So I just want to give you a demo like how to appear in the hands-on and what you have to think before giving any hands-on, okay, what you have to think these things, because this is very important. If they have given only 1 hour and in this 1 hour you have to do all these things, so if you are not aware about these things, then you are not able to give any hands-on, okay. So just remember, like these steps are very important. You have to follow this one. Just go through this video two times, 3 times, whatever times you can get. Just go through this one and try one hands-on, okay. Hands-on is provided in the Fresco Play. Just try from your end. You will find the same interface there. The question code will be different, problem statement will be different, but yeah, the code you are getting, the questions or the the UI you are getting in the same format, okay. So just go there, try this one, okay, and then we will see the answer of that one also in the comment section, okay. So yeah, that's all guys. Happy learning. Kindly subscribe this channel. Bye bye.